Yo, what's up guys? In today's video I got a bunch of Chicago Bulls news and updates. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the Bulls signing 2 players, also Alex Caruso talking about his offseason, and Lonzo Ball. Also talking about if the Chicago Bulls have a bench mob 2.0. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It takes a second and helps me out a lot. And some comments and questions below today's video about all the news and updates I'm about to jump into. And speaking of some news and updates, definitely check out my last video if you guys missed it as well. I was talking about how the Bulls did cut 2 players, a bunch of injury updates, and who's going to be the Bulls starting power forward. But nonetheless, let's just jump right into today's video, because just yesterday the Chicago Bulls did sign Costas and Nikola. Sorry if I did butcher that last name. I feel like I always mess it up. But nonetheless, they did sign him to their final 2-way contract. And I'm going to be real, that does kind of surprise me. You know, Costas really didn't play that much in preseason, and honestly when he did, he didn't look that good. But overall, I am happy with this signing because he's still super young. I mean, you could just look at his body. You could tell this kid has a future in the NBA. He has a bunch of potential. I mean, obviously, you could talk about how he's Giannis's brother and how that could obviously link Giannis to the Bulls one day, especially with his comments coming out a few weeks back. But I highly doubt that. I'm just happy that the Bulls did sign him to their final 2-way contract. You know, he was battling with Malcolm Hill, Javonte, Freeman, Liberty, and Carlick Jones for the Bulls' final 2-way spot. The Bulls' final 2-way spots are now Justin Lewis and Costas and Nikola. And while Costas only appeared in 2 of the Bulls' 4 preseason games, and he only played a total of 12 minutes, it's obviously clear he left a positive impression on the Bulls' front office. I'm definitely interested. He's very athletic. Like I did say, a lot of upside to his game. I mean, he is 6'10". He's only 24 years old. He's also, you know, he has some NBA experience. He's been around the league. He did have short visits with the Lakers and Dallas Mavericks. As of right now, I don't expect him to have any role in this upcoming season, but I'm definitely interested in him developing with the Windy City Bulls. And after that signing, another report did come out from Daniel Greenberg, and he did say that the Chicago Bulls are working on signing small forward Orkaro White. You know, White did play in Greece, and I'm going to be real, I had no clue who this guy was. I was watching some highlights, and he reminds me a lot of a Javonte Green type player. And like I did say, he last played for Greece overseas, and he also played college basketball for Florida State, and he did play in the NBA, and he only played 6 total games, 3 for the Wizards and then 3 for the Spurs. He really didn't play that much, only about 2 to 6 minutes a night. You know, he is 30 years old. He is a 6'8" small forward / power forward. He does weigh 205 pounds. Like I did say, watching the quick highlights and everything, he reminds me of a Javonte Green type player. He just looks very athletic. I've seen him block some shots, put back some dunks. I'm not really sure. As of right now, I'm expecting him just to be on the Windy City Bulls. I don't know. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that whole signing. But nonetheless, leave some comments and questions below today's video about the Bulls signing these 2 players. And the next topic in today's video is about Alex Caruso talking about his offseason and Lonzo Ball. Huge shout out to NBC Sports Chicago, especially Casey Johnson, for putting this article out. And he was talking to Alex Caruso the other day, and he was just talking about how he already feels much better than just 1 year ago in last year's Bulls preseason. And Alex did say he's gotten better in a lot of aspects, just understanding the game better, how to run the offense, putting guys in position defensively, trying to lead other players. He just talked about how he feels much better this year than he did last year, and how he's trying to stay healthy for this upcoming year and everything like that. And then after that, Casey Johnson did ask him about Lonzo Ball and how much he misses him, and Alex Caruso did say a lot, man. And he did continue, and he said, "We have a lot of the same similarities, just the knack for making the right play, getting deflections." And then he said he's so lethal in transition. His numbers are off the chart. Mine were pretty decent too. We can play off each other in transition, and it's a lot of fun. We fly around, we cover up for other people, we cover for each other, and then you could put us on the other team's best player and go one-on-one most times and have a pretty good chance of getting a stop. And I agree, when these 2 were healthy last year to start the season, it was so fun just watching these 2 shut down players and just run all over the court and just pretty much be free safeties on this Bulls team. I truly hope Caruso can stay healthy this year and Lonzo can come back soon. It'll be fun watching these two run around the floor again. And after that, Caruso continued and he said, yeah, you know what's in front of you. You play with what you got. That's the NBA. But I know once he comes back, it's going to be like it was before. We're going to cause havoc for people. He also said Lonzo is a special talent. He's a second overall pick for a reason, and he's gotten better each year. He has become such a good catch and shoot guy. He's a big piece for us. I just hope Lonzo can come back before the end of the season. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about Caruso talking about his offseason and Lonzo Ball. And the final topic I wanted to talk about in today's video is about the Chicago Bulls having another bench mob, and I truly believe so. I mean, it's only preseason, but the Bulls bench looked really good and really deep. I mean, obviously, we know what we're going to get from Javonte Green if he's coming off the bench or starting from the Bulls. Same with Alex Caruso. He averaged almost 2 steals in only 18 minutes in preseason. I mean, in most games, he finished with a very Alex Caruso lineup of about 5 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and like a steal a game. Very solid. And after a rough preseason opener, I felt like Goran Dragic settled in and he played really well. You know, he didn't shoot the best in preseason, which does kind of surprise me. He's always been a really good three-point shooter on his career. I mean, even though he shot pretty bad from the three-point arc, he still did finish preseason shooting about 52%. You know, I feel like he's just very aggressive. He knows how to pick his spots, get to the mid-range jumper, and obviously he's a good veteran point guard that Dosunmu and other young Bulls players are learning from. He just seems like a good pickup, and the same with Andre Drummond. I know this past offseason I wasn't really, I'd say, excited for the signings of Drummond and Dragic, but they both look like very good pickups. I mean, especially Drummond, I feel like he's going to be an X factor for this Bulls team. I mean, he flashed a lot in preseason. I mean, even shooting the three-point shot. I remember when this man was on the Pistons dropping 20-20 games on us a few seasons ago. You know, he had no offensive game other than just getting an offensive rebound and putting it up. Drummond really surprised me in preseason. His well-rounded offensive game and even his defense. Obviously, he's an elite rebounder, and even in preseason, I thought his passing did impress me as well. He did average 2 assists in 16 minutes. And the thing I really love about the Bulls bench and backup center, I feel like they can kind of run the same offense with Vuce starting or Drummond coming off the bench. They really couldn't do that last year because they really didn't have a backup center, and when Tony Bradley did play, he doesn't really provide much on the offensive end of the basketball. And also Dalen, if he gets some minutes like I do expect, he's been fun. I mean, especially on the break and in transition, he looked really solid. He just has a lot of energy and looked very athletic. I don't know, I feel like the Bulls got a good bench mob coming up for this regular season. I'm really liking the lineup and rotations. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about the Bulls making some roster changes and signing a few players. Caruso talking about his offseason and Lonzo's injury. Also about the Bulls bench mob and preseason. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a good one.